What's up, guys, and welcome back to episode 90 of the Double Bogey Show. Today, we dove into Matt's past life of trying to get a job as a greens roller for Snoop Dogg. And no, I'm not talking about the greens on a golf course. We also had our first interview with our first ever Bev Cart girl on the podcast.
Real live, actual Bev Cart girl, not a fake person, real.
Hailey Kerns came on the podcast to discuss her Bev Cart journey with us. We hope you guys enjoy the interview.
They piped that the wrong way.
I'll call the clubhouse. We'll book in another 18 for tomorrow.
Okay, they cheated on that. They fluffed their balls.
Yeah, no better time for the breakfast ball than now. Breakfast ball.
Welcome back! What episode 90?
Are you in such
Episode
a good mood?
90.
I'm just always in a good mood. You can tell I'm never grumpy.
Are you?
That's
Matt's back.
furthest thing from the truth. What's up, people?
Hey, Matt.
You miss me?
Matt's got a lot of work to do.
He does.
Mitch's pod last week crushed.
I did.
I'm
So-
not nervous.
It's okay.
This episode's about to be perfect.
Yeah, do you have any unhot takes for us today? Or are you just,
Any just regular takes?
Yeah, do you have like
we
just a normal take that maybe won't be the most controversial thing we post?
We did actually have a direct message the other day that said like the 18th hole at my home course is like 650-yard par 5 with like everything around it you can possibly imagine. So again, that's why I had to disagree with you an episode after.
I think I realized from that whole thing, the lesson I learned is that when you go with generalizations that are that broad, you're going to piss off a few people. You're going to ruffle a few feathers. However, I still think that video had more likes than it did negative comments. So that's kind of what I go
Did
by.
you count?
No.
Mhm.
Or do you think it might be even?
I think you might be lucky that TikTok doesn't have a dislike button.
Okay.
Does any platform have a dislike button?
YouTube.
No, I think YouTube
Oh,
got rid of
yeah.
it.
No, that's
No.
still there.
Really?
I can see it.
Do we get some?
I can check.
I bet we get a few.
Yeah, you guys keep talking. I'm going to check.
Okay.
Okay, well, we're just going to open this thing up with the biggest news in golf right now. I've been scrolling all day trying to figure out what we're going to talk about, and I just keep seeing Brooks Koepka, LIV League.
Yeah, he's there.
He's in.
He missed Bryson so much. He missed the drama that he had to go back to his buddy.
What if they go 2v2 in a future tournament? They do like two-man best ball. That'd be sick.
Have they announced what team he's on? Is he on the Fireballs?
That's a good point, actually.
maybe the Nibliks?
What team does a new player get into? Is it consistently being drafted, or I guess I don't know how that works. To be honest, I don't know how a lot of the LIV league is working.
Yeah, me
also,
either.
is it LIV or is it Live?
It's the Live.
I've been saying live personally.
What does Live stand for? What's the Roman numeral for LIV?
50? No.
No, because IV is 4.
It is a reference to the Roman numeral for 54, the score if every hole on a par 72 is birdied, and the number of holes to be played at.
Oh yeah, that's why they have the whole
No
birdie deal.
shit.
So like if you birdie 18, you get like $1 billion or something.
No, you get 54 million is what it is.
Yeah.
That's creative. I like
You
that.
said $1 billion.
Yeah, well, it's close enough.
That's true. Because at this point, they're throwing out $1 billion at all these players.
Pretty much.
Again, how can you pass up that kind of money? You just can't.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, you can go the legacy argument, but at this point, fuck, if my legacy is having $1 billion, I'll go for that.
Yeah. Stephen A. Smith had a really good take on the LIV league. Did you listen to it?
I did not. That's a first, though. What do you say?
I'm not going to get political with it on this podcast, but if you want to hear a really good take on the LIV league, go listen to Stephen A. Smith's take on it. It was actually one of the only takes I've agreed with, or like respected, I guess you could say. It is kind of fun to see the PGA get their panties in a bunch.
Oh, yeah.
It is.
Because
those stuffy old men.
Yeah, Tyler, they're country club guys.
Mhm.
Also, did you watch any of the tournament this last weekend, the U.S. Open?
I did.
Who won?
Mr. Braceface himself, Fitzpatrick.
Braceface.
Yeah, he's got braces. He's the first player to ever win the U.S. Open with braces.
I respect
That's my
that.
favorut stat.
I respect that out of him. As someone who had braces for 8 years of his life, I
Yep.
respect that.
Yeah, Matt had braces for his entire childhood.
Do you know what else? What other fun fact about that course and that tournament?
I don't know another fun fact about it. No.
Francis Ouimet. I believe he won the
Oh.
first U.S. Open. I don't know if it was the first U.S. Open.
He was the first amateur to win the U.S. Open.
On that course,
That's cool.
at the U.S. Open. He grew up across the street from that course.
Francis, we met.
Correct.
Yeah, we did this when we watched the movie.
Right, but I didn't realize it was this course they were playing on, because it's not always, the U.S. Open isn't always at this course. Yeah.
Yep.
Which was sweet. I'm
That
like,
is cool.
I know
Is it-
that guy.
I
I
want-
know Francis.
Is this the first time it's been back there?
Don't know.
Because that was
Don't
like
know.
the part of the movie that I thought was kind of bullshit. It was like he would just run home quick
Sure.
in the middle of a round.
Yeah.
I'm like, he's not doing that. And then you realize that it's across the street. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Makes more sense now.
And now we're kind of back into that's the greatest game ever played, right?
Yes.
Well, now we're kind of back in the swing of things, with that being Matt Fitzpatrick is not from the US and he won the US
Mhm.
Open. So now who's going to take it next year? It's not going to be Phil, Bryson, Brooks. It might be, because they can play in the USGA tournaments.
Yep.
But talk about a terrible showing from the live guys.
Yeah, they played.
I don't think
gas.
any of them finished with, like, did any of them even make the cut?
I'm not sure. And
Phil didn't. He imploded.
No.
DeChambeau didn't.
Dustin didn't. Did he?
Unbelievable.
Did Dustin?
Was he even playing in it?
Am I talking out of my ass right now?
Don't know. Regardless, though, not a great showing by them.
No.
He got he tied for 24th.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay,
He
so
made
he
it.
was. I mean, he still wasn't top 20 though.
Yeah, my homo bet obviously didn't pay off.
No.
He made it to the final day, but not even close to sniffing the leaderboard up there.
You know what gets me in these tournaments? These tournaments, the guys who win them, it's the story behind the caddy. This caddy, I believe the caddy for Fitzpatrick had never won a major championship before. Again, I could be wrong.
Nope, I saw that too.
Okay.
I don't confirm.
And he basically, when Zalatoris missed that putt, he took his hat off and he put his hands on his face and was in disbelief that he just won his first major championship
That's
in
pretty
like
cool.
40 years.
40 years.
Yep, 40 exactly.
in 40 years. And it's almost like Fitzpatrick's got to be more happy for him than he is for
Right.
himself.
Yeah,
Because
because Fitzpatrick's got his
more-
career's what, 10 years tops? No, he's
Tops.
young.
He's young, dude. Yeah, here's a video. He went up to the 18th hole flag, gave the flag a nice little kiss, and went about his day. Got hugs from everybody, started crying. I love that stuff.
Yeah, me too. Caddies are so underappreciated.
I agree.
Can you imagine how boring, not boring, but how much worse these golfers would be without their caddies?
Yeah.
It's like a coach and teammate. It's like Jackie Moon for golf.
Yeah.
Mhm.
They're like, they do it all. And the players are the ones hitting the shots, but they're fucked without their caddies.
Well, the caddies really get no credit
Right.
unless they go on an absolute tear, or
Mhm.
unless they've bounced around between guys like Tiger Woods, Phil Mickelson, Dustin, with all these big ass players. But a guy like this, Matt Fitzpatrick, who picked him to win the Open? Nobody.
Not me.
So that was really cool.
Yeah. I did see one cool thing about Fitzpatrick, besides being the only player to win the US Open with braces. He's recorded every shot he's taken since he was like 15 years
Mhm.
old. Like he's documented it or filmed it or done some sort of record keeping of every shot he's taken, just to try to give himself the tiniest competitive edge,
I know.
which is insane, because most of the time I'm trying to forget the last shot I took,
100%.
and he is penciling it down forever.
He's got braces.
And he's got fucking braces.
Is he 16?
I don't know. How old is Fitzpatrick?
Do you think he wears headgear at night?
Maybe. Do you think he forgot to put his retainer in?
Do you think his
It's 27.
Do you think his
We're the
teeth?
same age.
Yeah.
I wonder if he just got new rubber bands and his teeth started hurting.
Oh, that was the worst when they tightened it.
Yeah.
Oh.
There's nothing
Look up
worse.
That man
Fitzpatrick.
hasn't had popcorn in so long.
Look up Fitzpatrick's braces.
Wonder how long he's got to have them on. 2 years.
Maybe.
I was supposed to have mine on 18 months. Got him off at 12.
Good for you. I was supposed to have mine on for 6 months. I got him off in 8 years.
Look, go to the article.
8 years?
Yeah, it's a complicated story.
You had braces for 8 years?
No, Matt, the one's about the braces.
I clicked that, didn't I? Well, this is just an image of his
Yeah, I know.
braces.
You were on the articles.
Also, can you stop sidestepping this question? You had braces for 8 years?
Yeah, I did. So I got him on in 4th grade, and I was like bragging to everyone. I'm like, I'm gonna get him off before all you do. And then halfway through like the process, my orthodontist hired his son, and I got transferred to being his son's client. And I think honestly, he just thought I was starting new. So he just like put me through the whole process again. And I wasn't even supposed to get him off, but my mom demanded I get him off for my senior pictures. And they're just like, okay, we'll take him off.
Why did you not say anything?
I don't. That's
Be
just
like,
not
hey
my
man,
style."
I'm 6 years deep. Is there any
timeline?
timeline on when I'm gonna get these things off?
Well, I had that incident. I had an incident with my wisdom teeth where they almost put me under when I don't have wisdom teeth. I've had a lot of teeth problems.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, I could probably sue.
You should.
I should maybe.
You should.
That's not my style, like I said.
Yeah, so a lot of stuff shaking up in the golf world. I'm excited for it. I hope the Live gets a TV deal so I can actually watch it on TV. I don't know if they will or not. I don't know where that's at. But I think there's a tournament this weekend.
I heard Hulu has live sports.
I have heard that too.
Yeah, Hulu doesn't just have live sports, it's a lifestyle.
Oh.
Damian Lillard, I think, told us that.
Oh.
Anyway.
So maybe throw it on there.
Did you guys golf this last weekend?
I golfed on Friday morning. I golfed by myself. Got barked at by the course again.
By yourself?
Yep, went solo. I went out 5 minutes early and the fucking grounds dude came barreling at me in his cart.
Was there anyone in front of you?
No. Well, the greens mower. And he's like, you're going to have to wait for the mower. You're out early. You're going to have to wait for the mower. I'm like, no shit. I see the mower. I'm 20 yards from the green. The mower's on it. I'm not going to hit it at him. Like, I'm well aware I'm about to wait for the mower at every single hole. That's how golf works. And they're like, oh, just so you know, you're waiting for the mower. I'm like, yep, again, I got you, buddy. And then he drove off.
And you just took it?
Yeah, I did.
Did you talk back to him at all?
No.
Did you mutter under your breath as he drove off?
But when he drove off, I teed my ball up in the fairway and tried to hit him, and then I shanked it left.
Hit a house instead. Had to go up.
It's fucking green mower.
What did I just tell you?
Yeah.
I mean,
First,
you must have been having a bad morning.
No, I mean, he wasn't as crabby as I made him sound, but it was like he did come barreling down the fairway at me. And I'm like, I'm 5 minutes early.
Yeah.
And like I was, so my tee time was at 7 a.m. First tee time of the day. And there was nobody behind me until like 7:40 or something. I looked at the sheet and they paired me with a group of 3. And
Didn't show up?
No, they did. And they're
Oh.
like, hey, there's no one behind us. Do you want to just go alone? Because it's 3 buddies. And
Yep.
I'm like, absolutely, I
Yeah,
do.
thank you for that recommendation.
So I went and they were sitting on the tee box waiting for me because I had to wait for the greens mower. And it was like an accordion. They would catch up, I'd spring forward. They would catch up, I'd spring forward, and all depended on how fast the green mower was going.
So I wonder, was the greens more late?
No, the greens mower, whoever it was really struggling. No, it was the roller. Excuse me. The roller. They were really struggling trying to get that damn thing on a trailer.
Oh no!
So it had like all it was just a pin and a cotter key on one of their carts that they drive around, and they could not get that fucking pin in sometimes.
Well, maybe they're just milking their time cards a little bit.
I was ready to help at one point. Because there was, I think it's like hole 7 or 8 on this course. It's just a super straight, short par 4, like 265. And
Hole 6.
Yep, I hit my drive like 240.
Yep.
Right. So I'm sitting there waiting, and they're not that far from me, and I'm just sitting there. They finished rolling, and then I shit you not, they fucked around trying to get this thing hooked up to the cart for 15 minutes.
Really?
And I was like, do you need help? He's like, I can come help you if you need. And they're like, no, I got it. I do this all the time. 10 more minutes.
To be fair, the 1 month I worked at a golf course, I struggled with that too.
Where it's just like, just move forward a tiny little bit, it'll go.
Yeah.
Or get a rubber mallet and just pound that bitch in.
Yeah.
Sometimes if you spaz on it, it just works.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you ever spaz, Matt?
Yeah. Especially when I worked that job. I was not well suited for that
You
job.
worked at a golf course?
For a month.
When were you going to tell us this?
I don't
You're
know.
literally
How long
on a
have you
golf
been on this
podcast.
I literally just kind of blacked that part out of my life. I forgot I worked there until you mentioned that. It was a very brief, I think I only showed up to work like 5 or 6 times.
Why?
It's because
Were you just, what do you mean showed up? Were you skipping shifts?
it was, I started in like October in Minnesota. So it was and then they just didn't rehire me for the next season.
Ah.
So it
Well,
was a
yeah,
very
you showed
short-
up 5 times in a 30-day period.
Well, yeah, I only worked 5 or 6. I showed up every day I was scheduled to work,
Oh, okay. Okay.
but I only did it like 5 or 6 times total.
So what was your job?
Yeah.
Were you rolling greens?
Yep. I was not good at it. I left a really bad like mark on the fringe once.
Ooh.
And then they moved me to like cleaning up balls or something like that. Or I think it was raking sand or something like that.
I mean, okay.
I got downgraded.
How do you not
remember?
remember what exactly you did? If you raked
You only
ball-
worked 5 times.
No, I get that, but like
There's a lot of things in my life that I've kind of just like blacked out. Like I just don't forget. I don't
How
have a
old
great
were
memory.
you?
This was sophomore year of college. So about like 7-8 years ago at this point.
My question was, when were you going to tell us this?
Yeah.
I totally forgot. It's just
You're on a golf podcast.
it was a very uneventful time of my life.
So you have no stories?
No, I genuinely.
Except for the one time he fucked the green up.
That is literally the only thing I remember from. I was just like,
What did you do to it? Those rollers don't you just
I just like
drive
I just went too far. It was like my first time doing it by myself, and I just went too far and took some of the fringe with me. But it was like very like a geometric cut, so it looked like I gave the fringe like a fade kind of.
Oh.
But yeah, it's just very uneventful. I would just show up hungover every day. It's just I didn't talk to anyone. I didn't
Damn,
make any
man.
friends.
You were savage, my guy.
No.
How much you get paid?
I think it was like minimum wage. It was a public course for University of Minnesota. So I think it was like a student job technically. I honestly, it might have just been a work study thing.
Sure.
Huh.
So,
Did you
but
get credit for it?
hopefully. I don't know if I ever followed up. It was such a short period of my life.
Unbelievable.
I can't believe this.
Matt was in Caddyshack and he never told us.
I've never seen Caddyshack. So
Don't. It's not good.
Could you have gotten free golf by working there?
I don't know. I wasn't interested in golf remotely at the time. So I'm sure I didn't even ask.
So
I
what
was just
made
looking
you
for-
want to go work at a golf course?
I was just looking for any job I could because I was a broke college student. And I needed
Sure.
a little extra. And all the
So
money
you
I
took a
all the
golf-
money I had saved up from the summer was gone that first month of college.
So you took a golf job in October when you were desperate for cash.
That shows you how little I knew at the time. It's like I'm gonna be set up for good. And then like after my fifth shift, he's like, "All right, well, I'll see you next year."
Also weird that the course was hiring maintenance people that late in the season.
Well, I also helped with like because we were right next to the soccer field, so I also helped the soccer season a little bit, like putting the goals.
was it
out,
like
stuff
I
that.
wonder if it was like a parks job.
I think it technically was like the city parks or whatever.
Oh, and then you're fine. If it's a city job, you don't have to do fucking shit.
I
You
did
can
a
literally
lot.
just stand there.
I did
Yeah.
a lot of not shit.
Yeah.
Sorry,
so
if
that-
you're a city worker, we're not trying to dog on you, but
I am.
There's a stereotype.
Yeah.
You ever city worked?
No.
You ever worked for
I
a
work.
city?
I'm way too motivated to work for the city.
Whoa.
Really, Tyler?
Yeah,
Did you actually just say that?
I did.
My
Tyler's
dad
opinions
works
do-
for the city.
Tyler's opinions do
Isn't he
not
retired?
reflect the opinions of this podcast.
He doesn't work for the city.
Yeah, he's a landscaper.
No,
and
he's
then he
not.
worked for some egg company or
He's
the
not a
tunnel
land.
cover.
He used to be a land.
Yeah.
I worked for the tonneau cover
Ah,
company.
okay.
You were. I mean,
One of the Sheelys is out there doing tunnel cover stuff.
No, they're not. Not
Well, they
anymore.
were.
Yeah,
they
it was
were.
me.
Yeah. For
No.
5 days at the end of the season, you did tunnel cover stuff.
No, I did that for 2 years in college.
Yeah.
See, that's a normal college job.
No, I had normal college jobs after that.
What else did you do?
I worked, this was the worst one. I worked in like the library. And my job was whenever like the grad students needed to cite an article from a book, I had to go get the book, scan it, and send it to them. And there was like 6 people who did it. And like there would be a printer in the middle and like an article would come in and we all just like look at each other silently until someone stood up to go do it. No one spoke to each other at all at that job. It was the saddest, most depressing thing. Because I'm typically a friendly person. I like to chat a little bit at work, but
Well, you can't chat at the library.
Shh. Nobody wanted to talk at all.
Did you ever shush anybody?
No.
Hmm.
If anything, I was getting shushed.
Hmm.
But yeah, that one was worse than the golf one, even though I was better at that one than the golf one.
Interesting.
I worked there for about 2 months. But that one I
Did
left
Matt
on my
have more
choice.
jobs than me?
Yeah, you're not reliable.
Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. If it weren't for the job before this would be the longest job I've ever held.
Damn.
Yeah. I've
And you
not
haven't
had a lot of
been here
longevity.
quite a year yet.
Well,
Almost a year.
About 10 months, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, he's been working here 10 months. He's actually been here for like 4
Yeah.
because
Yeah.
he takes every.
You've been employed
Wed-
here for 10
He
months.
He takes
Yeah.
every Wednesday through Friday off.
Yeah.
That is a stretch.
What do you mean?
Thursday through Friday, maybe. And half the time I'm literally gone with you guys golfing somewhere.
Well, no, but bachelor parties or your sister's graduation or
All
Something.
important events that I should make it to.
His bachelor party, it just wasn't his or his buddies.
Yeah, exactly.
was
One
just
was just happening out there somewhere, and I was just celebrating the occasion.
They needed somebody to roll the greens for him, so he showed up.
Exactly.
He's a freelance green roller.
That's an idea right there.
That sounds like it's something else.
I bet I would. Oh, yeah. That's what it sounds like what Snoop Dogg has.
Yeah. He's got a
Hell yeah.
freelance guy in every major city.
He actually does. Not every major city, but he does have a professional green roller.
He's got someone to
makes
roll joints for him?
Yeah, makes $50,000.
Holy shit.
Yeah, Waka Flocka Flame had the same thing.
Jesus.
I was looking into that job when I was leaving college.
No,
Like,
no, you
I
weren't.
could do
No,
this
you
for
weren't.
Dude, I did not know what I wanted to do after I left college because clearly I don't know how to stick with anything.
You actually looked into doing that job on a
Briefly, yeah, because I had gotten.
What kind of research did you do to it?
Well, I know what kind of research he was
Yeah,
doing.
exactly. Well, I was just looking up websites. I was trying to contact these guys.
YouTube videos.
Actually, you were trying to reach out to him?
Yeah, I sent some emails.
To who?
and your
It's like
response?
his management, stuff like that.
You're like, hey, does Snoop need someone to
It's
roll
'cause
joints
it
for
would
him in
always
Minneapolis?
it would always happen after I got like rejected from a job I really wanted, and I would just go the complete opposite way. I'm like, screw it, I'm not going to work in advertising. I'm going to go work in green rolling for Snoop Double G.
So what did that email look like that you sent to these
Yeah,
guys?
how do you title that?
Inquiring about green roller position. Hi, insert management name. My name is Matthew Kennedy. I am a young and hungry college graduate from the University of Minnesota.
And when I say hungry, I mean in more ways than one.
I am looking to make a contribution down to the Snoop Dogg team in any way that I can. It's just stuff like that.
Did you send them any of your work?
That would have been a good idea. A video or something. See, I didn't do that. And my resume was useless in that situation.
Yeah, you should have had like a, what do they call it? The freezer packs when they suck the air out.
Yeah,
Vacuum seal. You
vacuum
should have
seal
sent
them?
some vacuum sealed samples of your work.
Well, the problem is I was in the state of Minnesota. It's not legal there.
Oh, yeah.
What about,
True.
I would just take apart a black and mild cigar and re-roll it.
Yep. Like, trust me, this isn't how it came. I did this.
Exactly. You could see the crease. It was just poorly done too.
Yeah.
That is unbelievable, dude.
I am willing to learn at any rate.
Did you ever
Holy
get
shit.
an email back?
God no. Because they obviously had the positions filled.
Do you have
Yeah.
do you have a new email? I might check it just in case.
No, it's my same one.
Okay.
Nothing.
It might be in my spam.
Yeah, check spam.
Could be.
Maybe
What
you've
if you
probably
had-
been looking for Snoop Dogg. I bet he was Snoop Lion at that time. So
Shit, that actually might be the
Hey,
case.
what if in your spam folder from like 4 years
20.
ago, you have management emails back to you saying, hey, we would really like to hire you for this position.
no interview needed. You fit everything we
You're
want.
exactly what we're looking for. We,
Oh my God. That would be unbelievable.
Yeah, if you left, I would not feel bad about it one bit. That would
I
be
think
the,
that would be boring.
that would
though.
be the greatest handshake. Congratulations, Matt. Good luck with
What do
your
you
new
mean it'd be
endeavor.
boring? $50K for just rolling J's.
I don't know. After a while, there's got to be more to life than that out there.
You just get to roll around with Snoop Dogg. He does all sorts of cool shit.
That's true, but at the same time, you guys do cool shit. I get to come.
Not
with
as
you.
cool as Snoop Dogg.
We're getting there.
He literally played at the Super Bowl.
Yeah,
That's true. We went to the Waste Management Open that week.
we paid for it.
We saw Brew and Anna from TikTok. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, I suppose.
Saw Macklemore live.
We did see Macklemore live, and I would have missed that if I was out there with Snoop Dogg.
And
I would have probably been backstage rolling for Macklemore as an internship.
Speaking of caddies, I got Nux from Scotty Scheffler's caddy, arguably the best caddy in the PGA right now.
Yeah,
There you go.
that was
Yeah.
sick.
See, our lives are going to bring us to where they need to be. You just got to trust the process.
Until we meet Snoop Dogg at a golf tournament.
If I do meet
He
him,
likes
I'll,
to golf.
I'll ask him the status of my application.
Like, hey, I sent you an email a few years back. I was wondering if like how far you are
Yeah,
in
where'd
the
you-
hiring
where'd you-
process.
Hey, just following up. I'll see if I can find them. It just says some following up emails.
Yeah, that's good stuff. That is quality stuff.
Okay.
Okay, well, wow. That threw me for an absolute loop.
It's not what we planned to talk about today,
Yeah.
but I think people will enjoy Matt's story.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know
We're
how
gonna
to-
title this podcast "Matt is leaving us for Snoop Dogg."
There we go.
Yeah, I don't know how.
We have a lot of different titling opportunities
Yeah.
for this one.
I don't know how to transition away from that, so I think we should just get into our interview today.
Yes,
Haven't done an interview in a while,
long time.
so been about 3 years. This is year 3 with the page,
Yep.
and you, as you guys know, very Bevcart centric.
Yes, we're both wearing Bevcart regular hats.
Correct. So we thought we would go to the liberty of finally getting our first Bevcart girl on the
Mhm.
podcast. So we're gonna roll into the interview with Hailey Kerns. She's a Bevcart girl. She's crushing on TikTok,
Mhm.
Instagram, all that kind of stuff. Hope you guys enjoy the interview, and we really get into the nitty gritty of questions you guys are wondering about the Bevcart.
You're gonna learn a few things.
So here's our interview with Hailey Kerns. Hope you enjoy it. All right, guys, we're here for the interview with Hailey Kerns, our beloved Bevcart girl.
Real
TikTok,
live
Instagram.
Bevcart girl
Yep.
on the podcast.
We finally got it. It's been, like I was saying before we started, it's been a couple years. We've never gotten a Bevcart girl on the podcast.
Mhm.
So it's a perfect opportunity for us to do that. Hailey, why don't you just introduce yourself real quick? Tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into it, and we'll just kind of go from there.
Okay, yeah. So I'm Hailey. I'm a Bev Cart girl in Florida in the Jacksonville area. I actually started through TikTok. It was like COVID times. And I think there was like Cart Girl Chronicles was the
Sure, yeah. Oh yeah, we saw it.
Okay, yeah. I saw them, and I guess it was two sisters. And I was like, that looks like the most fun job ever. And so I saw that and I was like, that would be so fun. And then I kind of forgot about it and moved home after COVID hit, and then decided I wanted to live in Florida. And so I was like, Bev Cart girl, that would be a good job to like get me started in Florida. And so I did. I only expected to stay at the job for like a month or two just to kind of like get money and like move down here. But I've been here for 2 years now, so it's a pretty good job.
Yeah,
it's one of those jobs that I think would just suck you in.
Yeah, I would be sweet. I would love to be a Bev Cart guy.
So are you a golfer as well? That's a question.
No, I try.
Okay.
I'm not good.
Hey,
Well, and
so
we do
do
the
we.
same.
Yeah, most people try, I think, but no, I would love to. I want to get better at it, but no, I'm not.
Okay.
So you're in Florida and we're in North Dakota. We clearly have an off season. There's 4 feet of snow half the year. Is there an off season in Florida, or how does it work? Is it slow down at all in the summer because it's so hot? How does that work?
Yes, it's slowing down now. I think it slows down like December through like February, although people do bundle up and they like come out. And so I have my little
What do you mean
coat,
bundle
like,
up? How cold
Bundling
is it
up
there?
for us is like parkas and boots and snow pants.
It gets to be like, I want to say like 40s and 50s.
Okay, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
So it's pretty chilly. It's not North Dakota
Yeah.
weather, but people still play and it's fun. But yeah, now it's starting to slow down for the summer because it was like I was working a double on Wednesday and it was 106.
Oh,
and
my.
I was
smokes.
dying, but people were still out there. So I was there for like 12 hours, but yeah, it's starting to be the off season now.
Interesting.
So in Florida obviously has the reputation for being batshit crazy.
Oh, yes.
Florida man.
Florida man.
Florida man.
How many Florida man instances have you seen on the golf course while working?
Oh gosh. Honestly, nothing has been too crazy. It's just kind of guys being guys out on the golf course. They do the Jack Fire, the Pink Whitney, the Rumpleman shots, and then they get a little crazy.
So as a Bev Cart girl, are you also allowed to drink on the course, or is that kind of a forbidden rule within the club?
That is a forbidden rule in the club. I honestly don't drink much anyway. But yeah.
So what's your go-to when obviously people try to buy you shots or buy you drinks while you're working? What's your go-to get out of that situation?
Well, sometimes I just say, oh, like I'm doing like, dry January or whatever. But sometimes I just fill up. We have like little Rumpleman's minis, and that's like what people shoot. And so I'll fill it up with water. Or I used to do like the Jack Fire. It's like fireball shots, and I would fill it up with tea, and it like make it look like it was like the same color. But,
you ever been busted?
No, shockingly, no. Now I will be. Now all the guys are
we can just bleep this entire part out.
Yeah, it'd just be a 5-minute long bleep.
Yep.
No, that's the perfect way to go about it, because you have like your little corner of your little Jack and Fire shots. Nobody else knows. It's the perfect way to go about it. Okay. Do golfers get nervous when you watch them hit?
I think so. I try not to because then people blame it on me. They're like, "Oh, this was your fault." And I'm like, "Yes, just blame it on me. That's fine." Like,
well, I think it's more so they're trying to figure out anything they can to talk to you, right? Whether it's hitting a bad shot or a good shot, it's like, well, I'll either give you credit for the good shot or I'll blame you for the bad shot.
Oh, I get both. Yes, definitely credit for the good shots and for the bad ones.
Do you ever just see someone? This is what you should do next time someone hits a really bad shot off the tee. Just look at them, shake your head, and drive off. Don't say a word.
You're like, you're not even getting a drink. That was not worthy.
Well, because that's the stigma. Is like whenever the Bev Cart girl's around, it's like you want to hit an absolute dime of a shot. And it doesn't always turn out that way. So you never know how they're going to react. And to be honest, 99% of the time, like you said, Hailey, you're probably just not even watching.
No, I try not to because I know they get nervous. And so I'll like pull over like in the bushes and like look at the birds and like look around because I don't want them to like get mad that some people do get mad. They'll like wave me through. They're like, we don't want you like watching us. Like, just go.
Really?
Okay, I'll go. Like, whatever.
Like, forget your drink then. This is the last time you'll see me this round.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm just going to wave next time. If you don't want me this time, we're just going to go straight past you next time.
I like it. What time do you guys start during the day?
I think tea time start at like 7:20, but I usually don't get there till like 8 or 8:30. And so people are just making the turn when I get out there. So it kind of works out. And yeah, some people do get mad.
I was just going to say, yes, I was like, I had a 7:30 this last Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
And it was probably 9:30, 10 by the time I saw any sort of drink cart. And I'm I'm wondering, like, what's going on here? I'm playing bad. I need back nine blessing.
Yeah, it's also 8 o'clock in the morning.
No, I know, but I'm looking for anything humanly possible to make me play better. But also, Ryan, it's like, they probably just don't start until 10.
Yeah.
So relax.
That's most places. Even restaurants don't start serving
I know.
food
I think that's just
until 10.
society in general.
Probably.
Yeah.
So I have a question for you. Is there a way to maximize encounters with the bev cart?
Boom.
So like if I see you on hole 2, how fast do I need to play to make sure that I see the bev cart as many times as possible so I never run out of drinks? Because you've got your own pace.
So it depends on how busy it is, really. Usually people will see me like 3 times.
Okay. That seems like the right number.
Yeah, I think my course is like, I honestly don't know that much about golf. I'm going to be honest, but I think my course is like 5 miles. Like the cart path is 5 miles around.
Yep.
So it takes a good while for me to get around. But I mean, definitely if you're friendly, I'm like going to be like, okay, yeah, I'm going to go get back to these guys. And if you're like drinking, then I'll put a little pep in my step to come back.
Sure.
Okay.
So there are groups that you will tend to flock towards more, based off if they're in a good mood, if they're tipping good, I'm sure, and stuff like that.
Yeah. If it's like fun guys and they're all, or, girls, whatever, if they're drinking, taking shots and they want to see me again, then I'm going to try to make sure I can see them as many times as possible. That just makes it fun.
Yeah.
Does it help? I got in an argument with a buddy about this the other day. Does it help or hurt my cause if I buy a ton of drinks on the first time? Because on one hand, he was saying that it hurts because Bevcart now knows that we're stocked. I think it helps because Bevcart now knows I'm willing to spend money.
It could go either way, honestly. Yeah. I mean, yeah, in my mind, if someone gets like 12 beers and I'm like, oh, they're probably good for the first while. But then I'll come around and they like have just already shotgunned all 12 beers and they're like, let's go, let's do shots. Like, let's keep it going. So it could go either way for sure. I would say like, oh, like we're ready to drink more. Like when we see you again. So that's probably the best way.
So it's not too pushy to let you know that like, hey, these 12 beers will be gone the next time I see you.
No, I'd be like, okay, perfect. I will see you as soon as possible.
Okay, write that down.
Right, yeah, mark that.
Yeah, tip of the day.
Okay, so what is the universal sign for people to wave you off saying that they don't need a drink? Is it okay? Because I get stuck with like, normally I give a thumbs up, meaning in my mind I'm good, but also that means like thumbs up, like let's go, I'm ready for another drink. So I feel like I'm leading people on a little bit too much. We need real answers here.
That is the great debate. I actually did a TikTok video all about this because people get so mad. Because to me, if I'm like, oh, like, are y'all good? Yeah. And they're like, we're good. And I'm like, okay, see ya. But then they'll start whistling at me and I'm like turning around and being like, hey, we wanted something. Like, why didn't you come up? And I'm like, I thought you were giving me a thumbs up. Sorry. Yeah. Let me come. Yeah.
So on the flip side, what is the appropriate way to wave you down? Because sometimes I feel like kind of like a douche. I'm just like, hey, over here.
Whistling definitely seems aggressive too.
Yeah, whistling seems like the wrong approach.
That is definitely the wrong approach. That does, unless I'm like driving past you and you like have to whistle to like get my attention. I get that because the bev cart is like super loud and jumbly, so I don't always hear it. But no, I would say like just be like, just make it look like you want something, like wave or like have your wallet out. I think that's a good one. Okay. Or if guys like get out when I'm coming and they like go around to their golf bag and like I can see that they're getting their wallet, I'm like, oh, they probably want something. Like, let me go stop for them.
Hey, Tyler, you know what we need to do? Golf innovation of the week right here. I just thought of one. Okay. They need a red and a green light on the top of each cart. When you're ready for a drink, you flip it to green. It doesn't matter if you can see the bev cart or not. If you don't need anything, you flip it to red. And that way there's no whistling going on. There's no like trying to yell over the cart, any of that kind of thing. We need the red light, green light system going on golf carts.
And then for people
That
with
is
push
fantastic.
carts or walking, we can work with like a flag or something.
Well, even like you ever seen the back of a boat, there's a red and a green light
Yep.
to know left and right side. You can do the same thing with a push cart.
Yeah, we're
You
good.
definitely could.
What do you also take it
There
one
are-
step further? Do like a bat signal, like something, a light that shines in the sky, so they could be a few
Shining
holes
into the
away.
sky.
Yeah.
Really,
yes,
Matt?
that would be amazing.
What do we do
There
on
are guys at my course that have, it's like a towel. It's a golf towel. And on one side it says, beer me, and it's green. And on the other side, I think it says we're good, and it's red. And so they'll like flip it over, like the front windshield when they want something.
Okay.
I'm like, oh, I can see the green from here. Like, we're good to go.
Exactly
It's
what
brilliant,
I'm talking
honestly.
about. That's perfect.
Okay, we got
Yeah.
to start selling those.
We got to get some green and red towels going.
Yeah.
You really do. Yeah.
No, that's great information. I think the universal sign was most interested of, because again, I don't want to offend anybody. I don't want to, I don't want to be a douche like you had said,
Mhm.
Tyler.
Yeah.
So I think we got that cleared up now. What if you could bev cart at any course in the nation or world, whatever, what course would that be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Have you been to Waste
I don't
Management
know.
Open?
Waste Management Open. Is that what you said?
The one in Phoenix. Yep.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be
Yes.
so fun.
Yeah.
That is an unbelievable. So we were there, last February,
Oh,
Yep.
no way.
and that is an unbelievable tournament. It's basically just like, how would you describe it, Tyler?
Do they have bev carts running around at the tournament?
They have
Yeah,
stationary
I mean-
ones.
Yeah.
They have stationary ones.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That would be an unbelievable tournament for you to get into. Or even like the 3M Open, anything like that.
Yeah.
That's where I
I
think
mean, Florida's got plenty
Yeah.
of
I live
PGA
right down the
tours.
street.
yes, correct.
From TPC Sawgrass is right down the road from where I work. So
Yeah.
that would be a good course too.
That would be super cool.
So what
Yeah.
what kind of course do you work at? Is it like a country club? Is it more high end? Is it a public course?
It's like, I guess it would be like semi-public or semi-private. So
Okay.
I think we have like 30% members and then 70% public.
Okay.
So it's a good mix, I would say, because I mean, that's the only course I've ever worked at. So I don't know like the tipping situation, if it was like a country club or
Mhm.
like full public. But I mean, I know pretty much every single one of the members, and like I know what they drink. So I like get out of the cart before they even come up to me. If I just see them, I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
yep, that's so-and-so. They're going to get a red Gatorade and a box of pretzels or something like that. So that's nice. Yeah.
So you have your regulars on a daily.
Yes. I see them every day. And I'm like good friends with some of them. I like follow
Yeah.
them on Instagram and Facebook, and we keep up with each other. And that's what makes it really fun. So I'm like, oh, at least, I'll see them in the morning if I don't have
Yeah.
a good day.
That's great.
Can you
Yeah.
tell anything about a person by what drink they order from you?
You can. Yeah. There's the classic. So we have Pink Whitney shots. Have you guys heard of Pink Whitney?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the Ryan Whitney, like Barstool Sports.
Yep.
That's like my go-to shot that I offer, like that and Rumplemans. If guys are like shots, I'm like Pink Whitney. And most
Yeah.
of them will be like, no, we're not taking that. That's girly. And I'm like, well, it's Barstool Sports. And they're like, oh, really? And then they like take it, and they're
Yeah.
all of a sudden super interested, which I think is really funny.
Those are
Um,
they're insecure until they find out where it is
Yeah.
or what it is.
Exactly. They're like, sports? Okay, yeah. Now we'll do the pink lemonade shots.
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the flip side of that, is there a weird drink order that you've ever had to serve? Like something just out of the ordinary?
There is, so a while back, there was somebody who wanted, it was a PBR and a fireball shot in it. And it was called a cinnamon roll, I guess.
Mm.
Huh.
And so he ordered them separately and then took a couple chugs of the PBR and then like opened it and dumped it in. And I was like, what are you doing? And he was like, no, it's so good. And so I tried it after that, and it does taste like a cinnamon roll. I don't know that I would want like a
Weird.
full like PBR can of it, but
Yeah.
it's interesting.
So you can confirm that might have to be the go-to from here on out.
You should definitely try it for sure.
Cinnamon roll.
Cinnamon roll, yeah.
Kind of sounds like that guy was just trying to forget something.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that guy was going through some shit. He's like, I might just mix my alcohol with some more alcohol.
Yeah.
Like PBR. I'm like, oh gosh, but it has to be PBR, I guess, specifically because of the way, whatever. I don't know what it is, but they're very specific. But like, yeah, a lot of my regulars, they're very specific. They get a PBR, or they get a Rolling Rock, or they get like a Gatorade. Some of them don't drink at all, so I just
Yep.
know that they're going to get a Gatorade. And then they tip me like way more than the Gatorade even costs, which is so nice.
Mm.
And but yeah, you can definitely tell like what kind of guys, especially at bachelor parties too.
I was just gonna ask about bachelor parties. Yep.
You were?
Yep.
Yeah. Excuse me. They always get transfusions.
Okay.
Have you guys had transfusions?
We have. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. I think that's like a golf. I don't know where that started, but it's been really, really popular. And yeah, so bachelor parties are always like double transfusions all around. And so I already know, like, I'll stock the cart with grape juice and ginger ale and get the Tito's flowing. So that's good.
Do you have a list of do's and don'ts for the patrons, like things that drive you nuts that people can avoid from here on out? This will be the official list.
Yes. Okay. I was thinking about this the other day. I think my biggest pet peeve is guys who just come up to the cart and just open all the drawers and like start digging through the ice. And I'm like, I will get you whatever you want. And I try to be as nice as possible. I'm not gonna be like, back up. Like, don't do that. And so I'll just be like, oh, like if you step back, like I'll get you whatever you want. And they're like, well, no, I need to look. And so that's like my number one pet peeve, I think.
Is there like a minimum distance they need to stay away from the cart?
I mean, a couple feet is like good. I don't, because it's hot, especially in the summer. I'm like, I don't want to be like this close. And some people will pull up like this close
right
to the cart.
Next to the cart. Yeah.
Right next to me.
Yeah.
And I'm like, you're going to have to pull up because I can't even get out of the cart to like serve your drinks. Yeah, that's a big one. What else? Pet peeves. I guess people who are just like rude and they're like, we'll see you in 3 holes. And I'm like, no, you won't. Like, I'll try my best. But then they get mad about it. They're like, where have you been? And I'm like, trust me, I'm going as fast as I can.
Yeah.
I'm just doing my job.
I know. I'm like, I'm trying. I'm not leaving you hanging for like no reason. But there was a guy that he was like, well, you're not working very hard because I haven't seen you. I guess you just don't really want to make any money today. And I was like, oh my gosh, that was definitely a pet peeve too. I was like, I'm doing my best.
I don't understand how people can be like that towards like service industry workers, bartenders, waitresses, waiters, whatever that may be.
They're just shooting themselves in the foot.
It blows my mind that like, no, buddy, you know what? I'm just taking a nap over in the shade. It's really hot out today. Hopefully you're all stocked up on fluids because I'm not going to get you.
Yeah.
So I want to know your opinion on old people.
Old people. Oh my goodness. Okay.
All about them.
Just in general.
Yeah, just not Bevcar, just in general. No, I'm kidding. So old people are like,
yeah.
My grandpa and his group of friends, it takes them a half an hour. They are the worst thing for pace of play ever when it comes to the bev cart because they're chatting the bev cart girl up. They're the guys snooping through the booze. And I want to know if that's everyone or just my grandpa's group of buddies.
That's definitely a common theme. So it could go either way. They either are out there just to like play and they don't even want to see me. So they just like wave me on. And I'm fine with that. I'm like, okay, if you don't want to see me, I would rather just keep going anyway. But there are these 2 best friends. I think one of them is like 85 and then one of them has just turned 90.
Nice.
And they play every single Wednesday. And they are the cutest guys ever. And I just love them so much. And they always give me like $5. They don't ever get anything.
Yep.
But I'll always pull up to them and they want to chat and they ask me about my pets and they ask me about who I'm dating and like want to get it on it. They try to set me up with like guys with the course.
Yeah.
Like, okay.
They're like great grandsons or their grandsons.
Yeah, exactly. But they're the best. I mean, yeah, it could definitely go either way.
Now, is there a difference from old guys to old ladies? Because I've heard my grandma's group is cranky.
Cranky.
Some of them, but not all.
So women, I always think are either like the most fun people on the whole course that day or the absolute worst people on the course that whole day. And yeah, older women, I had a lady the other day that was like, she got a soda and it was $3 and she gave me a 10. So I gave her 7 back and it was all ones. And so she was counting through it and she like went to hand me like a $1 bill and I stuck my hand out and then she like took it back and she was like, you know what? I think I paid enough today. And like put it in her wallet and then drove away. And I was like, okay, I guess that's
so
like,
awkward.
don't fake me out like that.
What do you do in a situation like that? You were just speechless or are you allowed to say anything back?
I mean, I could. I'm not like a confrontational person. I like save that for like really inappropriate situations. But I was just like, okay. And like kept going. I was like, there's no point in like trying to argue with her.
How demoralizing too. It's like someone leaves you hanging for a high five and you just feel like the shittiest person in the world.
Yeah. My hand was out and then I was like, okay, have a great day.
You just turn it into a wave.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Exactly.
Tyler, do you got anything else?
That's all my questions and more.
Matt?
No, nothing for me.
Okay.
Hit her with it. Ryan asks this every time.
Hailey,
All
what
right.
is your craziest bev cart story that you have?
Craziest bev cart story that I have. That's a good question. There are some that are like crazy inappropriate or like crazy.
Do it.
There's both. So like there is this one guy that I see pretty often, and like people flirt a lot, like guys flirt a lot, and I kind of expect that. But this one guy was being very, very pushy, and he was like, you know what, like I'll take you on a trip, like we can go anywhere.
Oh
I'll
my God.
give you my card, but we're gonna have to have a little fun. And I was like,
Holy
I'm
shit.
like, please don't ever say that ever again.
So
It
do you
was
have like
so
a,
awkward.
do you have like an enforcer or pepper spray or something? Does like can you call someone? Come
Oh,
get
yeah,
this
I'll
guy
call
away
one of
from
the
you.
Be like, get this guy out, and they'll be like, okay, like sure, I will.
That's good.
So they're really nice about that. Yeah, I should carry around pepper spray. I've never had to like do that. It's usually like 95% of my interactions are good. So it's
Yeah.
Well, in
good.
Florida, you got creepy guys and alligators. So you better strap yourself up with some pepper spray.
Yep. And we have water moccasins too. There was a huge water moccasin that was right off the cart path the other day, and I was like, all right, I'm just gonna keep going
We're going to
because I'm
skip
not
that group.
stopping.
Yep.
Well, no, that's awesome, Hailey. We thank you for joining us. 2
Yeah,
years
Yeah,
in the making.
seriously. Thank you.
So thanks for coming on. Where can all of our listeners find you on social media?
So I have a TikTok. It's just Hailey LK, Hailey, and then LK. And then my Instagram is Hailey Kerns.
Awesome.
Perfect, guys. Go check her out. See the life of a bev cart girl.
Yes, it's fun. It's never boring. I'll tell you that.
Well, and I'll tell you what, golf would be boring if it weren't for our bev cart driver. So we really do appreciate it. We're I mean, that's why we started the page, is because we like to go out, we like to play golf with our buddies and have some beers on the course, and just enjoy ourselves. So you guys definitely make it a lot better. So yeah, we'll wrap the interview up now.
Thank you so much.
Boom. Yeah, thank you, Hailey.
Sweet.
We appreciate it, for real.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Take care. All right, guys, that was our interview with Hailey Kerns.
Finally, we finally got a bev cart girl on.
Our back nine blessing, our beloved bev cart girl. Yeah, it's been a long time without having a bev cart girl on the pod. So she was gracious enough to come on, do a little interview with us. We really enjoyed it. We learned a lot about, some do's and don'ts of the bev cart. Arguably one of the most important parts of the golf course.
Yes,
Because-
if not the most important.
Most important employee for sure.
100%.
Without a doubt. Yeah, the golf
if-
course is fine without the club pro. The golf course is fine without the dude at the front desk. The course is fine without anyone working
Without the
register.
marshal, you need the greenskeepers.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was just gonna say that.
Yeah, but not every single day. Like, if the green doesn't get mowed every day, it's not the end of the world.
I'm not gonna. Unless I'm trying to fucking shoot a good score, I'll care. But usually that's not the
But
case.
if the bev cart's not there, I'm upset.
correct.
So, very
So,
important person.
Yeah, and I hope everyone's able to take a little bit away from that on how to properly treat a bev cart girl. They're not out there as servants. They're out there more so to just keep the peace between everybody. Serve you your drinks. So always tip your bev cart girl. Be nice. Don't be a creep. I think that's really all we have to
that's
say.
like rule number one with the bev cars. Don't be creepy.
Yeah, because I get it. There's a saying of shoot your shot, but maybe
Sometimes just don't.
yeah. Actually, the wedding I went to, the golfing wedding I went to.
What? You golfed at a wedding?
I was, and it was the greatest part of the entire wedding. The bride was a bev cart girl, and my buddy was playing there, and that's how they met. But
Don't tell people that.
That's
now
a once in 1,000.
it's a once in
shot.
1 million. But she slipped. God, who did she slip her number to? She slipped her number to his uncle, who was playing like behind him, and then that's how they got connected.
Well, then that's the rule. Then if she slips her number, then you're in.
Yeah, 100%. But to all of the people listening to this podcast, you're not that guy.
Yeah, a lot of
Don't
people.
do it.
A lot of people just shat up in their chairs to get really
Oh,
excited.
got a chance.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like Also,
Go with the flow.
Yeah.
99% of the time, they're not watching your shot.
No.
So if you
That's
just-
good to know.
If you think you made a sick flopper from
Mhm.
30 yards out, stuck it within 2 feet,
She didn't see it.
good for you. She didn't see it.
Yeah.
And that's, that's just the nature of it. She's
Mhm.
there to do her job. And
You're there to buy beer.
correct.
And even if she did see it, is that something she's gonna be that impressed by? Like when you
Probably-
do something good, like someone's at work, like
Yeah,
isn't that
probably
exciting?
not. Right. And I can guarantee it, there's no bev cart girl going out and be like, all right, I'm going to see if I can find the sickest shot today.
I need the sickest sub 90 golfer I can find.
Yeah. So no, that was a lot of fun. It was fun just to like pick the brain of a bev cart girl, see what they're thinking, because a lot of guys out there are like, again, like, are they watching my shot?
Mhm.
Are they into me? All that kind of stuff. Probably not.
Nope.
There's probably aren't, which is fine. So
Started to crush some dreams today. We're here to crush dreams.
yeah. So sorry guys. We didn't mean to crush your dreams. But at the same time, the bev carts serve a lot bigger purpose than, trying to get a phone number.
Mhm.
Again, we're out there to have fun with the buddies. And you know what goes into having fun with your buddies, Tyler?
What,
Booze.
Ryan? Booze. Oh.
What did you think I was going to say?
No, I didn't know. I was just ready to be educated.
Okay. Booze. That's what it is.
What about you, Matt?
No, that's it. That's it.
I mean, I wasn't looking for anything from you guys.
Matt's scared to talk today because Mitch's episode last week did big numbers, and now Matt is just fucking shaking in his chair.
I'm
Yeah.
definitely a little more on edge than usual. I can't take another week off. That's
yeah,
for sure.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's not like he was
so
even
please
doing anything.
download
He was
this
just-
episode. Please share it with your friends for my own sake.
Matt's job on the
My
line.
job is officially on the line, especially after the 18-hole take and now
Oof.
this. I'm just treading hot water.
Yeah.
You did good today. No outrageous takes yet.
Yeah, it's early.
So
Yeah.
we're gonna go back. We're gonna update you guys on the numbers next week,
Mm-hmm.
and you will find out if Matt is still here or not.
The people, you guys are voting. My job status is
Yeah,
on the line.
That's actually let's do that. Whatever episode, if Mitch's episode gets more downloads than Matt's chair's gone.
Okay, well, I got to help with the naming the episode, the thumbnail then.
Yeah,
Fine.
that's totally fine. We
All right.
that's you're supposed to do that anyway.
And if you do that and it gets amazing downloads, like why haven't you been doing that the whole time?
That's true. I kind of just show up and say hi.
Presses buttons.
Yeah, well, all the buttons are pressed, looks like. So
They
I
are.
think
Yeah.
we're on a good start.
All right,
Gmail
guys.
thing was a little rough, but we'll get
We're
there.
gonna forget about that. Guys, thanks for tuning in to episode 90. Correct?
Yep, correct.
Yeah. We hope you guys enjoy the interview. We'll be back next week, episode 91.
Yes.
In the meantime, make sure you get that tea
We're
time
getting
booked.
close to 100, man.
We are.
Are we gonna do something special for 100?
Triple digits.
gonna
You know what
have
we
to.
should do? We should get a tea time and go out golfing.
Let's do the
On
podcast
the
on a
court.
course.
Okay.
Like while we're playing.
While we're
hopefully.
playing.
Yeah, I think
Dead serious.
we got to do it.
We'll do it. We'll put a GoPro on the windshield of the golf cart, and we'll just have the little Zoom recorder and mics.
It sounds like a blast.
I'm in.
Yeah.
Will it still be warm enough in 10 weeks?
Not gonna do math. Yeah, it'll be
'cause
like
that's 2.5
end of
months.
August.
Yeah, end of August. Yeah, it'll be like the
Yeah.
end of season special kind
Yeah.
of too.
Yeah, that'll be fine. And if you guys think for a second we're gonna hold up pace of play because we're podcasting, you're wrong.
There's
We
gonna be a
know-
lot of dead space while we get out of the cart and go hit our shots.
Yeah, it might be a worse podcast than a round.
Yeah.
but-
No, it'll be good.
Maybe
It'll
let's
be good.
just do it for a segment.
Nah, well, we'll do the whole thing.
Okay, maybe we'll just do that.
If I'm still there, we're doing it for the whole thing.
Okay.
Big F.
It is a big if. Please like and share this episode. Smash that subscribe button, all that stuff, guys. We'll see you later.
Bye.
Hell, that's a breakfast ball.